I gave my heart to people who treated it like it was disposable. Now every scar remembers a name. Tell me, how do you trust again when betrayal becomes your language? I was the first one reaching out, the last one walking away. Carried everybody's problems while mine collected dust every day. I kept my promises, they kept their excuses. I watered relationships that were already rooted in ruin. Funny how loyalty became expensive only after I ran out. Everybody loved my light until they started burning out. I celebrated people who secretly prayed I'd fail, smiled to my face, then wrote my obituary through whispers and tears. Now every handshake feels loaded, every compliment sounds rehearsed. Sometimes I wonder if being genuine was my greatest curse. I wasn't afraid to lose it, I was afraid to believe it, because every time I opened my heart, someone gave me another reason to leave it bleeding.
Trust was my biggest mistake.
I built my home inside people who were
already planning to leave.
I called them family, they called me when they needed something. Now every scar reminds me that not everybody deserves the version of you that survives the storm. The deepest cuts never came from strangers, they came from voices that once sounded like home. I watched people change without changing their words. I got you, those 4 words almost buried me alive. Funny how betrayal never announces itself. It dresses like friendship until it steals your peace. I kept forgiving, thinking love could fix dishonesty, but forgiveness can't resurrect something that was never real. So I started disappearing, not because I hated people, because I finally loved my peace enough to protect it all.
Trust was my biggest mistake,
But it won't become my identity.
pain introduced itself.
Hope refused to leave. They took pieces of me, but they couldn't take the person I'm becoming. I used to replay conversations, wondering, what did I do wrong? Now I ask, why did I ignore every warning? Red flags don't always wave. Sometimes they whisper, sometimes they wear familiar faces. I confuse history for loyalty. Just because someone has been around doesn't mean they're meant to stay. If you're listening and someone broke your trust, don't let their decision become your personality, because broken people can still build beautiful lives. I don't hate the people who betrayed me, I hate the version of myself that kept begging for honesty from people who already chose deception. Now my standards are higher, my circle is smaller, my peace is louder, and my silence has become expensive. Every scar became another chapter.
Every goodbye
Made room
for the people
who never needed convincing.
Trust was my biggest mistake.
Until I realized the mistake
Wasn't trusting,
it was ignoring who people kept showing me. Now I don't chase,
I don't force,
I don't beg.
I simply become
The person I once needed. Maybe betrayal didn't destroy me. Maybe it introduced me to the strongest version of myself. And if you've ever trusted the wrong person, tell me, what's the hardest lesson betrayal ever taught you? I stopped asking, why did this happen to me? And started asking, what is this trying to teach me? Because every closed door protected me. From walking into rooms that would have stolen the little piece I had left. Some people only know your value after they lose access, but by then I've already learned that healing never asks permission from the people who caused the wound. I used to mistake being needed for being loved, so I'd empty my cup until there was nothing left to pour. Then I'd wonder why nobody noticed I was thirsty too. The strongest people usually cry behind locked doors, because the world only applauds their victories and never sees the nights they almost gave up. Yeah, I remember talking to the ceiling because I felt like nobody else could hear me. Every prayer felt heavier than the last. Every answer took longer than my patience. But looking back, maybe silence wasn't abandonment. Maybe I was being built in places nobody could see. I don't chase apologies anymore, because some people will say I'm sorry just to feel better, not to do better. Real regret changes behavior, not vocabulary. So if your actions still sound like yesterday, your words mean nothing today. You thought breaking me would become the end, but pressure didn't destroy me. It revealed who I really was. Diamonds don't complain about the darkness, they become valuable. Because of it, every scar you left behind turned into proof that survival is louder than betrayal. One day, the people who doubted you will tell your story like they believed in you from the beginning. Don't hate them, just keep growing. Success has a strange way of making old enemies rewrite history. And when they ask, how did you do it? Tell them, I stopped waiting for people to believe in me before I believed in myself. If betrayal changed your life, don't let it become your identity. Let it become the chapter that introduced the version of you the pain could never defeat. Question for your audience: what's one betrayal that made you stronger instead of weaker? Share your story below, someone else might need to read it. I attended the funeral of the person I used to be. Not with flowers, not with tears, but with every promise I finally made to myself. I buried the version of me who apologized for having a heart, who chased people who already stopped walking, who mistook loneliness for loyalty. Now, if I lose someone who was never fighting to keep me, I don't call it a loss, I call it a rescue. People always ask, how are you? But they don't wait long enough to hear the real answer. So I mastered the language of fake smiles, laughed in pictures while my soul was breaking. Frame by frame, I became an actor in my own life, performing happiness for an audience that never bought a ticket to my pain. Till one day I realized healing begins the moment you stop pretending you're okay, just because everyone else feels comfortable believing it. I looked into the mirror searching for the old me, but pain had rewritten every chapter. The eyes were older, the smile was rarer, but the fire burned stronger. Every wrinkle around my heart became proof that I survived. Most people would have surrendered to. I'm not proud of every scar, but I'm grateful none of them got the final word.
I carried everybody else's expectations
like they were mine, trying to become the hero in stories I wasn't even invited into. I fixed problems nobody thanked me for, answered calls nobody returned, lost sleep over people who slept peacefully after hurting me. Then I discovered one painful truth: you can't save someone who's comfortable watching you drown, trying to rescue them.
Right bottom didn't whisper,
it screamed, it stripped away every excuse, every distraction, every fake relationship, until all that remained was me, standing face to face with the person I'd spent years trying to avoid, and that's where everything changed. Not because life became easier, but because I stopped negotiating with my fear. The mountain didn't shrink, I just became the kind of person who refused to turn around.
They'll never know.
They'll never know how many nights I almost quit because victories never photograph the breakdowns. Nobody posts the ceiling, they stared at it 3 in the morning, trying to convince themselves to survive. Another sunrise, they only see the applause, never the rehearsals, the confidence, never the panic, the comeback, never the collapse. So if you're judging
Someone strange,
remember,
you probably missed
the chapters
that built it.
I built it.
I made myself a promise.
No matter how loud the world gets, I'll never abandon the child inside me who believed people meant what they said. I won't become cold just because someone else chose betrayal. I won't become cruel just because someone else forgot compassion. Because if pain turns me into the thing that broke me, then betrayal
Wins twice,
and I refuse
to give it that ending.
Maybe trust wasn't my biggest mistake.
Maybe
Giving the wrong people unlimited access to the best parts
of my heart,
lost. Now I've learned
to protect my peace,
without locking away,
my humanity.
because the right people won't ask you to become someone else just to be accepted. And if you're still healing, hear this: your scars are not evidence that you lost, they're evidence that you survived. If one betrayal completely changed who you are today, what happened? Your story could remind someone reading these comments that they're not fighting alone. But nobody warned me that kindness without boundaries becomes self-destruction. I gave discounts to people who charged me for every mistake. I made excuses for their absence while they ignored my existence. I kept hoping tomorrow would change them until I realized hope can't heal someone who's comfortable breaking you. There's an empty chair at the table where loyalty used to sit. I still remember the conversations, the laughter, the promises that sounded forever. Funny how memories can stay alive long after relationships die. I don't miss who they became, I miss who I believed they were. Sometimes the hardest goodbye isn't letting go, it's accepting they were never who you imagine. Who you imagine. Who you imagine. If pain could speak, I think it would've whispered. I'm not here to destroy you, I'm here to introduce you to the version you've been too afraid to become. Because every setback forced me to discover strength nobody could hand me. Every lonely night taught me that peace isn't found in crowded rooms. Sometimes it's built inside the silence you spend years trying to escape. I walk through storms that have my name written on every cloud. Some days the rain felt endless, some nights the darkness felt personal. But every sunrise kept proving the same thing: the storm was temporary, the person it was creating wasn't out when life starts shaking everything around me. I don't panic, I've already survived worse. If I could talk to the younger me, I'd say stop begging to be chosen. The people who belong in your future will make you question your worth. Don't apologize for outgrowing places that stop helping you grow. Your heart isn't weak because it loves deeply. Just make sure it belongs to someone who knows how to protect it too. They'll celebrate the comeback, but they'll never hear the conversations I had with myself when nobody was clapping. The victories were born long before the trophies. The healing started long before the the smile return. Because every morning I chose to stand one more time when quitting would have been easier, and that's a battle no headline will ever capture. I don't need revenge to feel complete. Life already has a way of revealing the truths I'm too busy building, the future that pain accidentally prepared me for. My scars don't embarrass me, the signatures written by survivor. Every chapter that almost ended me became another reason to keep writing, until my story sounded stronger than my suffering. I forgive, not because everyone deserves it, but because my future deserves a version of me that's no longer carrying yesterday on my back. They can keep the betrayal, the lies, the broken promises. I'll keep the wisdom, the growth, the strength, and the life I fought to protect. Because one day someone will ask, how did you survive all of that? And I'll smile, not because it didn't hurt, but because it didn't finish me. They broke my trust, but they never broke my purpose. If you're hearing this and you've ever been betrayed, don't leave with just a light. Leave your story in the comments. Someone scrolling tonight might realize they're not alone, because you had the courage to share yours.